My next guest, or my first guest actually, doesn't think there should be a special investigation for Biden or for Trump. And he knows the former Whitewater independent counsel investigating President Clinton and Trump impeachment defense attorney Robert Ray. Counselor, Happy New Year. Great to see you. Best to the family.
Happy New Year, and same to you, Chris. Speaking for the 41% of, well, you know,
go ahead. I want to hear this.
There's always a temporary political benefit, right, to appoint a special counsel, because it allows the administration to say, look, you know, we're treating this at arm's length, and we've got this in the hands of somebody who's independent, and so that essentially cuts off, you know, too many further questions, because the answer you can always give is, well, it's under investigation, we can't comment further. Every administration that's done that, though, has lived to regret it. And I just don't see how, you know, appointing a special counsel, unless you really think that there's going to be some possibility of a prosecution on the other end of it, what's the point? So to get back to your original point, I think it's ridiculous. If I had said that with regard to former President Trump, nobody would listen. Maybe they'll listen now. I'm saying the same thing with regard to President Biden that I have already said with regard to former President Trump. I mean, do we really think that former Vice President Joe Biden is a security risk? And do we think that Donald Trump really is a security risk? I think the question, this all ought to be handled administratively. This is not where a prosecutor belongs. And we got to stop thinking that a prosecution is the solution to every problem. It's not.
I agree. I agree, especially these congressional oversight hearings that they're doing that have become more prosecutorial against the other party than nothing else. Look, I don't like that Garland keeps punting. It is complicated when it's a president. If you're a sitting president, you know, you're very familiar with the Office of Legal Counsel that has a recommendation letter that you don't prosecute a sitting president. We went through all this with Trump. But look, even the law, Counselor, says you have to have willful retention, which means that Trump and or Biden needed to know, I shouldn't be taking this document, but I'm going to take it anyway, and then I'm going to lie about it when they ask me. We don't know that that's true with either of these gentlemen.
I think it's highly unlikely that it would ever be proven to be true. Look, with regard to classified material, we all understand a prosecution of somebody going to the National Archives and secreting classified material out of the archives and bringing it you know, home. Intent in that situation is entirely clear. And yes, we should be concerned about where documents are located, but that can be handled administratively. And the ultimate solution is give them back. Okay? So, you know, President Biden is trying to make their position today was quite clear. We're different than Donald Trump because we are cooperating with investigators and the investigation, and we did so from the outset. Okay, fine. But at the end of the day, this is an administrative matter. It's not a prosecutorial matter. And all the hooray Henrys out there saying there ought to be a special counsel, there shouldn't be one here. There shouldn't be one with regard to President Trump. I don't see any realistic possibility that you'd ever have a prosecution in either case. So, you know, to get back to your original point, isn't this ridiculous? And why are we doing this? Don't we have better things to do with our time? It seems to me the answer to that is emphatically yes.
And that's why the most telling thing that Robert Ray was going to say tonight, I cut him off. He was going to say, hooray for the 41% that are independents, because that's what we need more of. Am I right?
Just common sense. I mean, you know, without identifying who you are, whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, or an independent, I mean, this is an area where common sense ought to prevail. I think the majority of the American people understand that this has now become all about politics and beaten up on the other side. And that's just an odd place for prosecutors to be. And I have spent my entire career trying to get politics out of the business of prosecution. It just doesn't belong.
No, it's really, and it's just a distraction, and it's now just going to create more momentum for more and more of it on the congressional side. Counselor, thank you very much.
It also undermines the public's confidence ultimately in the fact that the Department of Justice can handle this on its own. I mean, every time, you know, you raise the specter of a special counsel, I cringe, because the public's perception of that is then that the Justice Department's not capable of doing anything.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.